today's reflective yoga practice. Meeting at the center of our mats, let's settle in and start today's class with a deep connective breath. So take a deep inhale slowly and reach all the way up above your head towards the sky, bringing the palms of your hands together. And then mindfully and slowly exhale all the air out of your lungs, slowly lowering your hands down to heart and capturing that same exhaled breath retention. No air in our lungs, completely empty, hands on heart, eyes closed. And let your body tell you when it is time to come back to breathing steadily again. And while you're here with your lungs empty, allow your consciousness to move towards the stillness. Feel your heart beating. Listen to the sounds around you. Sink into the ground underneath you and feel that connection of Mother Earth that we spoke about yesterday. And give yourself permission, right here, right now, to just simply be. And as we sit here, let's take these next moments to come back to today's intention of reclaiming your power. The reason that this idea of coming back to our power is so important is because so many of us so often feel so powerless these days towards circumstances, towards things that happen around us, or even towards our own selves. And all these perspectives are directly connected to our emotions, which in turn design our perspectives of the things that are happening to us. Often, we get dragged behind the runaway train of our own unconscious internal dialogue, feeling like we have no say in the matter at all, when the reality is we have a choice. We always do. It is our power to choose. And the secret weapon to becoming more adaptable, fluid, and robust in all situations can be as simple as using our breath as a weapon. Coming back to our breath in seemingly negative, swirling situations that we need to fend off, to lock into at any moment we need. Inhale all the energy around us and remind ourselves that we are in control. As we learned earlier, today's chakra is the sacral chakra, and it supports fluidity, movement, and change in our being. It's these qualities that help nestle the sacral chakra perfectly next to its connected and symbiotic element, the element of water. Water is such a good teacher of our own power because it has the ability to mold and adapt to anything you place it into. It can break and smash through things with its force. It has the power to soothe and relax through its sounds and its temperatures, and it can move around any obstacle with ease and simplicity. And all these powerful qualities, and so many more, we can learn from and emulate within ourselves. It's our choice to change. It's our choice to move, mold, and adapt, to be fluid with all things in our life, internal and external. Our bodies consist of 70% water. Some of our most important bodily systems, such as our lymphatic and our circulatory system, are controlled by the movement of water within our body. And as we move, we stimulate their circulation. And we allow ourselves to deepen our connection to this sacred element and to connect deeper to our sacral energy center. Take a moment right here. Take a deep breath. Consider your life's constantly fluid state. Consider the control that you hold to choose where to direct your energy. Embrace the idea that this ascension for you is not just possible, it is your power to reclaim. And now, after a deep breath in, whisper with me, I hold the power to choose my reality. And now, on your next exhale, let's drop our hands down to our mat, come back to our presence here, and begin our lesson by sitting in hero pose, the bottom of our mat on our knees. Take a deep connective breath, reaching up just like at the beginning of this class, inhaling, hands up towards the sky, palms together, and then exhale and slowly bring ourselves down to our mat in front of us to find our way into child's pose. connecting to our breath once again, allowing our body to sink as deeply as it allows. We're going to set our intention to listen to our body here as we connect to it and nourish it and give it everything it asks for this next 30 minutes. And with this in mind, if it serves your body, you can bring your hands flat next to your knees on either side, coming into a little bit more of a ball, allowing this stretch to activate into your legs more than your shoulders in a position like this. That's the beauty of child's pose and why I like to start every class with it. There's so many variations to serve exactly what your body needs, because this is your practice. And if you'd like, you can lean your weight over onto one of your knees only, pushing with your left hand and bringing your upper body's weight down onto the quad of your right leg, which puts a lot of pressure in that entire hip, leg, calf, foot. And then on your next breath, bring it over and bring all your weight onto that left leg, rotating back and forth as you need, or staying on one or the other, or both. Motion if it serves you, but always connecting to your breath and finding the variation that serves you right now in this beautiful moment. And on your next inhale, slowly lifting your body mindfully back up to hero. Take a deep breath in, and let's raise our hands up above our heads, bringing our palms together, and then drop the left hand down to the mat next to you to find a side stretch. You can drop your right hip off your right leg so it pushes down further towards the earth. But the key is to keep the alignment of your torso and your arm in the reach over your head and sink into the stretch deeper with each breath. And on your next inhale, bring yourself back up to neutral. And exhale, dropping your hand down, raise the opposite and reach over. If you'd like to drop your hip off your feet to the left side of your mat, that's the perfect way to really feel it in your psoas and deep in your side body, consciously sinking deeper into the stretch with each exhale and actively finding your stillness inside. And on your next inhale, coming back up to neutral, placing both hands on your knees, pushing out with your back just slightly, and slide your weight forward to find yourself on all fours, beginning a series of cat-cows. Exhale, back goes up, pushed towards the sky. Inhale, arch, look forward, lift the chin. Exhale, back goes up again, pushing into the earth with your hands and your knees. Inhale, bringing your chin back up and arching the back. Exhale, push back up, feeling your spine activate with this beautiful stretch. Inhale, arch, bringing your chin back forward. And exhale, let all the air out of your lungs. One last push to the sky. Come back into neutral and lift your right knee off the mat. Reach back around with your left and grab your ankle. You can hold right here passively in just balance, engaging your core, finding your center, or to deepen the quad stretch, you can pull the ankle down towards the glute and up towards the front of your mat, whatever your body's asking for. Dropping your knee back down to the mat, let's go to the opposite side by lifting our left leg and grabbing the ankle with our right hand. Again, you can stay passive and treat it as a balancing asana, or you can actively pull up or down towards your glute or the front of your mat and find what your body's looking for from you right now. Excellent. Releasing the ankle. Coming back to all fours, let's find our way into downward facing dog. This is the first downward facing dog of the practice. Let's try walking it out if that feels right, bending each knee just slightly, and connecting your breath and the motion to find creatively what your body's asking for here as you move one side to the other. Now coming back to neutral downward dog, let's take a moment and center ourselves, grounding into the earth to prepare for the next series of asanas. And on your next inhale, let's lift that right leg up towards the sky, straightening and pointing the toes, keeping our balance to bend the knee and slowly flip our dog by raising that right hip and opening it to the right side of your mat, allowing your shoulder to open just slightly and breathing in here to just hold and exhale, sliding that right leg all the way up to the front of your mat in between your right and left hands, keeping our weight at the front part shared between our feet and our hands. Add a little bit of motion, rocking just gently back and forth, playing with the different weight distribution on your leg, on your hands and your shoulders. And if this is too much for you, you can drop that left leg down to the mat so it can hold the burden of your weight as you experience the same thing. We're going to stretch with our right arm up to the sky, holding our left hand planted on the mat to add a twist. Again, if your knee is down on the mat, that's perfectly fine, or if it's lifted. Either way, find what you're capable of and breathe into it. Stretching, bringing your gaze to your fingers, looking upwards to whatever is above you here in your space. On your next exhale, bring your hand back down to your mat on the other side of your foot and straighten that bent knee, straighten the right leg. If you can, keeping your hands or your fingers down to the mat. Micro bends on either knee are acceptable, but ideally you want to be bending at your hips and sinking further towards your shin, breathing into the stillness. Looking forward on your mat, drop that left knee, flatten your foot, straighten the right leg, and find your way into half split. Just like yesterday, you can keep your hands or your fingers touching the mat, or you can bring your body upright. Whatever serves you best, even if there's a micro bend in that straight leg. The idea is you need to feel the stretch your body's looking for, so try different tactics to find it. Excellent. On your next exhale, let's bend the knee and place our hands on top, coming up into low lunge. Like yesterday, if you'd like to deepen the stretch, you can move your hands onto your glutes and push downwards, opening the pelvis to feel it in your psoas and side body. If you'd like a little bit deeper as well, you can raise your hands up and just gently, mindfully lean a little bit to the right, feeling that side body, that shoulder, that psoas, all respond accordingly as you breathe into the stretch. And on your next exhale, bring your hands down to the mat, coming back up into lunge and stepping forward to meet both feet at the front of the mat and find our way crouching down into cosmic egg, wrapping our hands around our knee, bringing our chin down to the knees and deciding how tight we want to pull ourselves. It's balancing if you just want to balance, and it's stretching for the back and the neck and the shoulders if you squeeze. Find what serves you. And on your next exhale, let's drop our hands down to the mat and step back with our right leg, dropping the right knee, coming into neutral and placing both hands upon the left to find your opposite side low lunge. Again, like the other side, you can push on your glute and open up the stretch for your psoas by gently and mindfully encouraging it to go deeper, breathing into the stretch as you feel your psoas open. Or if you'd like, you can take a deep inhale and raise your hands up above your head and gently and mindfully lean to the left side of your mat, feeling the entire side body open up with each exhale further. Wonderful. With your next inhale, come back to neutral, bringing your fingers down to the mat. Let's straighten that left leg and find our way into single-legged split. You can flatten your hands. You can hold your fingers, or you can even come up into neutral, upright, breathing into the stretch, feeling your entire hamstring activate as you sink deeper with each exhale. Mindfully send your love into this left leg, letting it know how much gratitude you have for it, for carrying you through your entire life here to this moment. And on your next exhale, drop your left foot flat onto the mat with your knees slightly bent and raise yourself up to straighten both legs and fold mindfully forward. With each breath, bring yourself down closer to that shin. You can keep your hands or your fingers touching the mat, or bring them up onto your shin or your hamstring and sink deeper with each breath. Wonderful. On your next inhale, let's bend that left knee, coming into lunge at the front of your mat, planting the right hand and stretching with that left up towards the sky, reaching. This is your opposite twisted lunge. Feel, just like the other side, the engagement of both legs, the twisting of your mid-body, the opening of that shoulder and upper back. Wonderful. Breathing into it, keep that gaze towards the fingers. Excellent job. On your next exhale, drop that left hand back flat down onto the mat and just give a little bit of mindful rocking and motion back and forth, remembering you can drop your knee if you'd like and continue to play with the weight distribution at the front of your mat and how it's shared with your toes at the bottom. Find what feels right, serving your body accordingly. And on your next exhale, take that left leg and reach it up to the sky. Opening that left hip, twisting a little bit in the midsection, allowing the gravity to pull that raised leg down towards the earth, but keeping the strength to keep your hands and your right foot planted as you open that hip wider with each breath. Straightening that leg, coming back into neutral. Let's drop that leg, come into plank, then find chaturanga, upward dog, flowing it out, back down into downward facing dog, where this all began. Excellent. On your next exhale, let's drop our knees down to our mat and come up seated into hero at the bottom, putting our hands on our heart, and let's take a moment in the stillness to reflect. Connecting to the heartbeat under your hands, one beat after another. Try to visualize and feel it pumping the blood through your body. Allow it to remind you all you've been through in this class and in your day so far. Allow it to remind you of the life inside. Take note of any sensation you're feeling physically as it works tirelessly for you right now. This is the magic process that is always under the surface of your consciousness in every moment, in every day. Give it the gratitude it deserves. And come back to the wolves that we spoke of this morning, the two inside your heart. Today you've been choosing through this program to feed the good one inside you, Think about what benefits this has brought to your day. Think about how that has affected the people around you and your decisions. This choice to be here, working on you through the experience of this program, this is your power as well. It was all a choice that you made to feed your good wolf and grow his strength inside. So with your next breath, come back to the profound truth of this present moment. Come back to the idea that nothing else matters right now except this, and go deeper into the idea that at any point, just like water, you can be anything that you need in order to reclaim your control. The control of what kind of person you want to become for the rest of your life that lies ahead. And just breathe. Coming back to your heartbeat again. Feeling the air come into your lungs. And on your next exhale, whisper aloud with me with all of the conviction of your heart. I hold the power to choose my reality. All right, returning to the motion of this yoga practice, slide forward on your mat onto all fours, tuck your toes, and lift back into downward dog so we can begin again. Here in downward dog, let's lift our right leg up towards the sky, straight at the knee, and bring it forward to the right side of your right hand on the outside of your mat. You can drop your knee for support if that serves you, or keep it lifted straight and engaged. And to deepen the stretch, you can come down to your forearms on the mat, rolling your right foot onto its right side, opening the groin, and pointing the right knee to the right side of your mat. Keeping your left knee up or down on the mat, let's inhale and reach with our right arm to the left corner of our mat, exhaling, coming back to neutral. Inhaling, reaching to the right corner, coming back to neutral. And then reach up, opening your chest to the sky, and exhale, bringing your arm back down to the mat. Let's do that again, reaching with the right arm to the left corner, then to the right corner, coming back to forearm, and opening up to the sky before coming back to neutral with an exhale. Wonderful. Now lifting yourself back with your hands flat on your mat, let's step forward to the outside of both hands, finding our yogic squat and our center of balance. If you lose, just like that a little bit, it's perfectly okay. It's all part of the journey. Keeping your toes just slightly pointed outward, sinking in, straightening the back, opening up the chest. Touch your fingers together in front of you and place your elbows on the inside of your knees to just push out gently and open up those hips. And breathe. And when you're ready, stand back up, extending the legs, and step back with your right foot this time into lizard, with your left foot still planted on the left side of your hands. You can drop your knee for support or keep it extended as you slowly come down to your forearms if that serves you in this stretch, rolling your foot onto its outside and coming to your breath to find engagement in this stretch. And on your next inhale, reach with that left arm like you're picking an apple off a tree to the left point of the mat, then to the right, and then open up that shoulder and that chest to reach to the sky. And again, round two, reaching to the left, coming back to neutral, to the right, coming back to neutral, and opening up to the sky. Wonderful. Sinking here into the stretch just for 1 second more, and then come up to your hands, flattening your foot and stepping that right leg to the outside of both hands touching the mat to find our way back into yogic squat again. Does this feel any different than the first one? Are you looser on both sides now? Find your breath. push gently out with your elbows to open up those hips and just breathe, focusing on your balance and your center. And on your next exhale, lift yourself back to forward fold, keeping your fingers planted, finding your balance. Take an inhale, come halfway up just to your fingertips, and slowly and mindfully walk that right foot to meet your left foot on the left side of your mat. Plant it firmly and place all your weight upon it so that you can step back with that left foot to the middle of your mat. And then mindfully bring that right knee down into pigeon, flat across your mat in front of you. And hold. Just breathe for a minute here. If it serves you, you can find your way down, forearms to the mat like in lizard, to deepen the stretch. If you'd like, you can bring your forehead right down to the mat as well. Whichever level of the pigeon serves you, go with that one. Find what your body is asking for, and don't push too hard past its boundaries. Embrace them, but also encourage it to find its way deeper with each breath into the stretch and release all that it needs to along the way. This is our interconnected pose to Juliana's earlier class, Pigeon Pose. It's a powerful asana, and at every time you enter into it, it reveals and gifts you something different. Go back through your memory, back to her class, and revisit what you experienced in Pigeon earlier today. Was it discomfort, or bliss, or emotional release? Whatever it was, put a pin in it and hold it to compare, and breathe. Wonderful. On your next inhale, let's plant our hands back on the mat, coming back up into neutral pigeon, and then placing our back toe on the mat. Step back with your right leg to find plank, chaturanga, flowing it out into upward facing dog with a deep inhale, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Taking 2 or 3 steps to the front of your mat, let's find our way back into yogic squat for the 3rd time, examining our body, checking in, seeing how it has shifted since the first yogic squat. This kind of inquiry can serve as the signpost. Your next inhale, let's come back up into fold, walking our left foot to meet our right across the mat so we can step back with our right foot and then mindfully find our way into pigeon by lowering that left knee down flat and disengaging that right foot and toes. Slowly here, finding our balance and ourself. See how this feels just to sit upright, and if it serves you, drop your forearms like we did on the other side, or take it even further and bring your forehead down to the mat as well. Whichever level your body is seeking is exactly the one you should provide. Breathing here in pigeon, being aware of your breath, but of all that stirs and all the messages that your body is bringing forward. The pigeon pose reveals so much. It also releases so much, usually emotion held in our psoas and in our glutes, and it embodies many, many forms, sometimes tears, sometimes frustration, sometimes bliss. However it comes to you, embrace it, accept it, and just breathe. Your next inhale is come up to neutral, raising yourself with your hands. Take a second here just to check in with yourself before engaging those right toes and stepping the left leg back, finding your way into downward facing dog once again. If it serves you, just shake out the legs or walk them just slightly to release all the work you just did. And then exhale, flow it out into plank. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, back into downward facing dog. And now jump or step to the front of your mat and slowly and mindfully bring yourself down with your hands to the center of your mat, lowering yourself one vertebrae at a time into reclined position, and extend your legs as we find our final asana for the class, your Shavasana. Work silently and compassionately towards full body relaxation. Use your mind to quickly scan and release all that you're holding on to still, your fingertips or your face, all the little hidden places. If your mind begins to wander, come back to this moment right here with your breath, breathing in and out. Focusing on the stillness, letting go of all the thoughts that usually wander and all the energy that you usually hold. You deserve, after this beautiful practice, a moment of purity and peace. So when your mind wanders, don't judge it or place any more thought towards it, but simply and mindfully returning back here to your breath. It's okay. It's perfectly normal for your mind to wander and float away from the task at hand. Just give it permission to understand that right now, none of those thoughts actually matter. So you can let them go and let them drift away like the clouds that they are. To return here to your breath and your lungs expanding and retracting. As you sit here on your mat, remember that the past can never hold true power over you, and the future is always irrelevant because it doesn't exist yet and it hasn't arrived. And all that matters is this moment and how you feel here, relaxed on your mat. Into the stillness, the calm, further with every breath. And now slowly coming back to your body, adding a little bit of motion to your fingers and your toes, maybe rounding your shoulders. Bend your knees and place your feet flat. Take a deep exhale, rolling into fetal, where you'll take a deep, mindful inhale, slowly letting all the air back out. As you come back here to this presence, and mindfully meet me at the center of our mats once again, on your knees or cross-legged, giving yourself thanks for showing up here today as you bask in this stillness you've cultivated. Now take a deep inhale and let's stretch up once again towards the sky, filling our lungs and bringing our palms together to mindfully exhale as we drop them down to our heart, only to find our exhaled breath retention again. Lungs empty. Let's open up our arms this time and place them on the mat or on our knees at our side. You can return to your breath when your body gives you the signal, but until then, see how long you can hold here in retention with your consciousness heightened just slightly because your lungs are resting just for this moment. Your day is coming to an end soon, and you can trust in the idea that you have in fact reclaimed your power by investing your energy, your time, and your entire being into one more step towards your ongoing ascension upwards. The circulation in your body is now flowing beautifully. All things are aligned. You're closer to the water element than you were before you began, and your sacral chakra is in perfect sync with the root chakra underneath it. As you move forward with the rest of today, this program, and hopefully your life ahead, do your best to remember the wolves. Remember your ability to choose, and to choose love over fear. Our power is in that choice. It's in love, the love inside each of us. So choose to walk towards it instead of the other way. Today's tactic that I hope you will implement for the rest of this program and beyond is called grace and gratitude. It's a simple, ongoing, conscious task that works as a reminder of the power which you can come back to at any time you need. The more you exercise a tactic like this, the closer it will mold itself into part of your character through a new positive habit, and then the more the good wolf inside you will thrive. You can find all the details about grace and gratitude in your guidebook. And with that, I would like to humbly thank you for being here with us for day 2. It's an honor to us both to be part of your journey upward, because your ascension is already underway, and that is such a beautiful thing. From my heart to yours, namaste.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Now before you go, we would like to tell you about Boho Beautiful Ascension. Now I'm going to let Mark tell you all about it.
So ascension to us is based on one single principle. It's the understanding that each and every one of us, no matter what the circumstance, is capable to rise to our next level. So through this program, we aim to provide you the tools as you step on the mat with us to help you ascend.
Boho Beautiful Ascension is not just a yoga program, but it's actually a practical 7-day journey based on simple actionable principles that will help you not only balance and align your energetic chakra system, but they will also help you find your way back towards a life full of love, direction, and purpose.
This life is and always will be about personal growth and expansion. Then this is your time to rise above and ascend.
It would be a true honor to have you join us for this program. So if you are interested and you want to learn more, go ahead and click this link down here and see if this is something that truly speaks to your heart.